click on the tier 4 GPS satellite, the rocket gets made, and then blast off. Launch that up into space. Salutations, viewers. My name is Game Dame, and welcome to Planet Crafter. I've been wanting to do a video on this game for quite some time, but me and my twin sister got kind of carried away. But you guys are gonna be lucky enough to see kind of what it looks like. I feel like a little bit more than halfway through the game, instead of like just from the beginning. So you guys get to see our whole base and everything. So this game is called Planet Crafter, and what it is pretty much you're terraforming a planet in order to bring stabilization or, you know, bring life to this planet. So what you need to do is build a base, and that base is fucking crazy looking. So you actually start off in this area. This is the beginning area, and that is your beginning ship right there, which is now underwater for me. And you kind of start, and you have to start gathering materials. Now you'll see that we have gathered quite a bit of materials, and there has been a lot of updates since we took like a 2-month break from this game just because we had a lot of stuff going on. But the updates have been absolutely gorgeous. Everything looks so crisp and clean. Right now it's on version 1.105. That is the current one we're playing on, and we just started to plant trees. And now that we have what's it called? We have a deconstructor like version 2. So we call it Busytopia. We just always call it Bussy something. So this is like your main hub. Let me just like take you guys through from the top actually. So this is just like leisure. There I am sitting. This is what my person looks like. They just included skins, so there's different color outfits that you can wear as well. But this game so far is so gorgeous, and I love the music. I actually don't ever get tired of the music. You can't use the bed, but the bed's just there. But we have a display case of all the trophies that you find. We have keys, not just warning keys, but we have other keys as well that you find throughout the game. You have a bunch of food that you get to make. So far we have mushrooms, squash, beans, and some space food and eggplants that you find. This right, okay, that's funny. That's coming through whatever was built underneath. This is the recycling machine. Sorry, I have to take some water. So if you put something in here that's kind of constructed, you place it in here, and then you press this button, and then that will come out. So since oxygen was made with 2 cobalt, you could go ahead and create it again if needed. But that helps break down items. This we just installed, so this is to help with pressure, which is part of kind of what we need. So in this central hub over here, you see kind of like at a glance like what you need or like where you're currently at, and for biomass, oxygen, heat, and pressure, and your terraforming, which also shows up in the top right hand corner. We just started to get insects, which was really hard to get to, but it's just a grind. That's all it is at the end of the day. And in this screen, it shows us kind of like the progression of where we're at. So it shows exactly what kind of energy you need. Okay, I thought I could reset it. And it'll tell you where you're currently at in the left column. So right now we are at 2.26 GTI. We need to get to 2.5 GTI in order to unlock the autocrafter. Same with oxygen, heat. They each have their own units. And what this one is like MK, I'm pretty sure we're getting close to over 1,000. So we should be able to get the machine optimizer soon. And we just got the new ore extractor. The next one is at 13.33 PA. So we're at MPA right now, so I'm assuming we have to get over that 1,000 mark to get to the PA mark. Same here with yet the other screen, we just started to unlock more stuff in regards to life forms. We were able to get the plants at a certain level that insects started to sprint out of the ground. Now this shows exactly how much energy we have, what is using all of this energy, and what we have available. So we have about 26, almost 2,700 kilowatts available, and this is everything that's taking over the rest of the consumption. You will get messages from people and stuff in game. When you reach certain points in the game, they'll start to send you messages, which is helpful because sometimes they will send you coordinates. Like right here, this is a coordinates, try to get to this place. This map I do think needs some work, but as you can see, we have different satellites here. T1, Tier 2, Tier 3, and we're working on getting the Tier 4. I do wish you could kind of click and drag to move this around, but it kind of sucks that you have to use this arrow system down here. You can also use WASD, which is a little bit better, but I wish I could just like click and drag it, to be honest. So you can see kind of like our markers on the map. So me and my twin sister have a color coordinated system. Green is we found it, haven't looked at it yet. Yellow is we've gotten everything we could for that time period. Red means it's finished. White means it's something else. It's not like it's like a point like, yeah, this is the home base for this is the home base for that. And blue is for like resource entrances. So how do you craft things? We have an advanced craft station, and you start out with a lot less than this. You over time unlock those certain recipes. So right now we have quite a bit unlocked. Do I even have, I think I have tier 5 backpack. Yeah, I got the tier 5 backpack. And the more you upgrade, the more your gear will be inputted in here. But this is where you go for your gear. And then this is where you craft other points of the gear. Kind of lower tier on the scale for some of them, but they're always going to be there. And the terraforming stage here shows us what we have. Now, I will say we find a lot of fucking seeds, so you guys will not have an issue with seeds. You will not have a seed shorted at all. But, as you can see, we have a lot of stuff that is just in here. We have the overflow for like any overflow of like resources, so we go to use this first before we go to any of these in here, just because we don't want to continuously make multiple storage containers for the same thing, because we may not need it. But you can sort them, name them, whatever. I really like the system we have going on here. And then that leads us to outside. Oh, you guys are lucky. Looks like we're about to get hit with some asteroids. Which usually have, it's either we usually get asteroids or, like this kind of atmosphere just does happen. So the next big thing, in order to get like satellites up and everything, is you have your crafting system for launching these platforms. Now we need to get to T4. We actually could do this right now. So I could get 2 circuit boards, a rocket engine, and 2 super alloy rods. So let me get 2 circuit boards. Actually, let me check overflow first. Super alloy rod. Alright, so we have another super alloy rod. We need a, let's see, a light rocket engine, and what was it, a compass? A microchip compass, which it's gonna take mine. So let's make another one. Microchip map, microchip compass, silicon, magnesium, aluminum, silicon, magnesium, aluminum. I can't remember how much it requires. I think it's just like 1. But I just gotta make sure. I can't remember if it was, which one it was. So that is how you make something, and then it automatically goes into your inventory. Then you can put the rest away, pretty much. So now we have everything to make a tier 4 rocket for our map, which is really cool. I'm glad that we actually have this to show you guys. So you just click on the tier 4 GPS satellite, the rocket gets made, and then blast off. Launch that bitch up into space. Bye-bye. Have a beautiful time. So now we have the tier 4 GPS satellite, which gives us a much bigger overlook of the map. So the map is kind of small. It feels big just because there are a lot of resources, but it is kind of small ish. Like, we've already used up a lot of resources. Now when you guys first play the game, you're gonna find like all these ships, everything around, and you still have them there. But none of this grass will be there. That comes with the terraforming. So now we can see into our next screen we have over here. Our satellite. This shows us how many satellites we have. And the number and amounts of what we have up there already. We got 3 plant rockets, 3 magnetic field protection rockets, and 3 asteroid attraction rockets. So that gives us heat, pressure, and plants. And then we have our information rockets set out. So we have everything updated. Also, make sure when you guys do play this game, you keep 2 of each of like oxygen and food on you at all times, because you will get hungry. So food replenishes your life, and then water O2. What does she put underneath here? Oh yes, that's what's in the way. These are our reactors pretty much, and then these are the 2 new things we just got to make methane cartridges, because it produces gas. And then you kind of plant these things all around the place. So look, we got more water. When you put it in there, it'll tell you where you can put it, and down here with this little button or little highlight, it tells you exactly kind of what it's making. So that's kind of like how you insert things. So this is an oxygen multiplier fuse. Then we have like a whole bunch of these plants, which you want to have the top plants outside, which is what we have. All of these, I think, are Tusca seeds. We don't necessarily get rid of anything. My twin and I, we just make sure we have enough storage for everything. And you have to utilize every space. And I'm sure it's going to look so different for you guys in comparison to us as well. And this is something we have that are perfect. This over here is our biolab. So this entire area we just entered is everything related to biology, creation, and food. So this right here is another screen that shows you specifically, but you can go kind of back and forth but usually it shows you the plant mass. We have our food storage kind of like up here. We literally are always good on food. We actually have quite a bit of overflow, so you don't need it. The food doesn't go bad, which is really nice. But as you can see, we have water, sulfur. We kind of split up some resources between, because sometimes we need it over there, sometimes we need it over here. Explosives, and all of the bio stuff that you can make are in here. So bacteria samples, bioplastic nuggets, fertilizers, tier 2, tier 2, explosive, mutagens, flares, explosives. And again, that's the same process of you got to get the recipes, so you got to further yourself more. But as you can see, we have quite a lot of food. So we are honestly set on food. And yeah, we even have a food overflow. So this area is to give us tree bark, because we do need it for when we create plants recipes, which will usually go into our DNA manipulator. So you can put it in here. Here are the recipes that you have, which require tree bark. So if we need tree seeds, we can create them. And we just installed a butterfly dome. Now we don't have any butterflies just yet, or a way to make butterflies. But we are definitely getting there, because we just unlocked the bugs. See, isn't the music so fun? So I gave you guys like a quick 15-minute overview of like our base. You'll see these add pressure, and I have a jetpack. When you guys first start out, you guys will not have all this. But what you can do is when you're looking through, let's go ahead and look through, let's go and look through, I know our names are pretty fucking terrible, but it makes sense to us, which I think is funny as shit. I think we got everything in this ship. Trying to go to a ship we haven't gotten everything at. Let's go to the explosive ship since we haven't gotten everything out of there. Also, I wanted to show you guys this. We're just gonna cut through here. Ooh. Dun, 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 dun. Because this is the sulfur entrance, because I want to show you guys the latest ore manipulators. But we also have this, which is so cool. So when you start to grow plants, vines start to grow, and that'll take you kind of up and down certain areas. So we're going to go through the sulfur entrance. Now keep in mind, you guys will see places that are blocked by ice or blocked by a bunch of rocks. Either you have to wait for a certain melting temperature or you have to explode them. But look at our latest. These are the tier 2 ore extractors, which specifically get the kind of ores that we want, but they still get other ores. Or maybe that was just what I put in there. Yeah, see, now we get more of what we want. So the tier 1 sometimes gives us sulfur, but not all the time. This is an example of a tier 1. It's a lot smaller, and it gives us a little container, which I haven't gotten the stuff out of there yet. So unless you empty it, everything's going to stay in there. So let's continue on to the explosive ship. Now, when you're cruising around and if you want a resource, you can just simply click on it. And this tool is going to be your best friend. You have a flashlight deconstruct and a construct tool. What's really cool is that you actually don't run out of jet fuel. You don't have to replenish jet fuel. It actually makes things so much easier. Just one less resource for you to worry about. And I don't know how many people this is made by. I think it's made by one person. But I really, really like how they're doing this. Now, we have our outpost here. So what's really cool is when you go to build something, you have to press Q. It'll show you what you can and can't build and what is required to build. They do have options where you can put a recipe to the top to see if that's everything that you've gotten. But my twin and I have not needed to do that. Uh-oh. My oxygen's low. Look at that. My oxygen replenishes in these type of outpost bases. Now these are actually crucial for exploring, especially if you didn't bring enough O2 with you. You can also put storage in here, just make sure. But I have gotten everything to a certain degree in this area, I believe, but we can't access it until we're able to put a certain thing on. So in each ship, for the most part, will have like some sort of reactor, and that reactor you will have to oh, I didn't even see this. Nice, we found something. See, perfect. I think that's it. This ship I don't think has a reactor. You'll find these where you'll have close in. Oh, I can deconstruct tier 2 solar panels too. I didn't even realize I could deconstruct those. Some things you can deconstruct, other things you can't. Like, I can't deconstruct these. That's why I didn't think I could do that. But here we are. But looks like in here, you're not going to be able to turn anything on. And there's only, like, a little bit of stuff in here. Now, sometimes you will get lost. It's very hard to get lost in certain ones, but in a good bit of them you will get lost, like in some ships. That one's pretty much done. I could mark it as done. It just has some resources I would like to gather, so I could just mark it as done. But oh, this is new. This wasn't here before. Let me take that. Or no, it was. I just probably forgot about it. So now we have a lot of resources, so we're gonna go back to our base. So this is kind of what me and my twin do on a daily basis. We check out new ships, especially since now we have an updated map. It kind of sucks that it doesn't tell you exactly where you are, so you just have to kind of guess. Maybe we haven't gotten to that point yet to unlock that, or maybe it's just not a feature. Again, this game is in 1.105, so it is still a very early iteration of the game, and the creator is still capitalizing on it, and so far I have been loving every minute of it. It's such a fun, relaxing, cozy game that has a really fire soundtrack for no fucking reason. But yeah, that's literally the game. For the most part, you explore, you find stuff, you build, and you terraform. I don't want to give too much away because every area of this game has something cool about it, and I just don't want to give spoilers. Like, you guys are already seeing this at a certain part, where you could eventually get to, but it looks like this lake isn't going up any higher, so if you want to build next to this rock, I recommend it. I think it's a pretty good central resource, because when you're looking at the map, this is kind of where it is. It's in the center of everything. You can build it anywhere else that you'd like, but I do recommend this area. It's abundant in what you need. So now let's go and kind of put everything away. God damn. Can we use a blueprint yet? So you will find these blueprint microchips that help you unlock recipes, but you get to a certain point where no more blueprints to decode for right now. So we will get to a point where we get to unlock all of these, but this only helps you like further yourself along, and then we would go and put everything away and then go back out and finish up the ship. We would trade, or like one would stay and continue the work or build stuff, or one would go out and do more. It's more fun with more people, but that means that's more resources that you have to gather, which when you start, you could also determine what you want when you make your own world. Like, do you want it to be abundant? Do you want to be this? I chose kind of like normal settings for everything, just to play it at normal settings. But yeah, this is our base, Bussytopia. That's what we call it. I don't know why my friends and we always just do something bussy related, just because we're stupid. But yeah, that is Planet Crafter. Oh, look, we got the new blueprint, Auto Crafter. So now I can do this for you guys, which actually would be nice. I actually get to build something for y'all. Where is it? Auto Crafter. So that's 2 osmium and a super alloy rod. So we can get 1 more rod, super alloy, and 1 more osmium. Let me check the overflow first. Yes. So I don't know how big this is. Okay, it's not terribly big, so we can put it inside, but we do need to place it somewhere. Shoot. It looks like it creates what is in the current area. It's kind of finite, the Auto Crafter. Let me see here. Let me see what I can do. We have so much of our overflow. Got more methane cartridges in here. We kind of need all this space right here. I will have to like remove stuff, kind of move things around, but I don't want to move too much around. So I'll see what my sister does or wants to do. But for now, I'll put it, because I don't want to build anything without her. Right now, I'll put it kind of like right here. Kind of one of the worst spots to put it, but it's not too terrible. So when we go to it, let me see. Oh, that is so cool. So this shows what we have in locker storage. This recipe will be automatically crafted if the requirements are found within a range. So if I could... I guess, oxygen capsule? No. Huh. So what do I do here? Locker storage. So I guess this is inventories and items within range, which is good. I just don't know how it works. Oh, that's cool. You click on it and then it'll create it for you. Oh, that is so cool. And I guess you could stop it. Oh God. No, 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 stop. Alright, so it just created us 3 super alloys. I'm pretty sure that just took a shit ton out of our storage, which is fine. We do need to get it. But that is actually really cool and extremely helpful and super quick. So that way we're not having to gather the materials and go up to this and then having to do it ourselves, because that's usually how it's done. But yeah, always recommend to save. And it gives you, if you press the escape key, your quick how to play the game. And you can invite friends, copy code, give feedback. I want to give feedback, and I want to be able to move the map with my mouse instead of using the arrows and WASD, or in addition to those as well. Not or. And click here to set my feedback, and my feedback's been sent. I like in-game feedback, and you can do it kind of on the go. But yeah, guys, that is Planet Crafter. I don't want to give too much away because there is a lot to explore within this game, and I just think it is so cool, such a cozy game. And I think up to 4 people can play, but I think 1 other person is more than enough also. Unfortunately, if you are the holder of the game, your friends cannot access it unless you are in it or have it open. So that, I mean, I feel like that's like a lot of games, but I highly recommend this game. I think it is so fun, and I love seeing the continuous updates. Thank you guys so much for watching. I highly appreciate your time as always, but please do not forget to subscribe and or follow not only to my YouTube, but to my Twitch. You guys know where my YouTube is at, but you can find my Twitch at twitch.tv/thegamedame. Thanks guys, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye-bye.